Mendes in the community of the planet. I'm a one of a kind.
Well,
That's why I'm going upstairs to
that
hide.
way.
No,
You
it's the
set it up
truth.
that
You've known
way.
me 40 years almost. 1980, 90,
Oh, please.
30 at least. What is 1980 to now?
Yeah, but you're making
34
your...
years. There's no, was I at home at Kirk DeGoy Gallery? No. Was I at home and where I met you? No. Was I at home anywhere? No. With your friends like Boris when I go for dinner? No. I'm not at home anywhere. On my own word, and God likes me. I have a special kesher because I have a lot of compassion, and I am, because of my daughter, I know places that you didn't go to. And I don't care if you're Reformed, Conservative, or Orthodox. I go to nursing homes and visit people.
Look, I'm
For my
talking
daughter,
about your
and
mental
nobody
health.
can tell me that I'm doing wrong.
No,
Then,
I'm not talking about...
let's just back up a minute, and then it's in Judaism too. But you know that feeling as a James Taylor song? Did you ever hear it?
You're never there?
That nobody can tell me that I'm doing wrong today. Is
Yeah,
a
but
lie.
I think you set it up where you're adversarial. Instead of feeling, I mean, there's always compromise in relationships. There's always compromise. And I mean,
So I do compromise, and that's why I could go for 2 months to the Orthodox, because I want to hear the singing of the Sephardic minyan and do the Kedusha,
Look,
the
I
priestly
love-
blessing. So
I enjoy the
next
temple once in
minyan,
a
6
while. I'm
a.m.
not super religious, but
And I got
enjoy
such a
their
thrill, but then I got sick of
structure.
it, because I'm not a man, and I'll never be in their club. But I'll still go back, and I know this is cosmic. See, you don't know the cosmic stuff, so listen to this. You know, my day, you go here, you go there, you go, when you go, you get there, you get there. I get to Livonia Market for this party, because I went 4 other places to get the kosher wine. A guy from that shul. Come on!
Which shul?
The shul I went to every morning at 6 a.m.
Which
Netz
one?
Minyan, Rabbi Benzikin. For 2 months, all through Hanukkah, Hallel, and everything.
Right.
The guy from that minyan, whom I've never
West
seen in the
Coast
outside
Torah
world.
Center?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm in with them. I'm in that minyan. You ask them. The weirdo, Barbara Mendes. I go there every day.
Okay.
And they accept me. It's a beautiful glass mahitza. Linda, if you knew what these prayers were like.
No, I'm sure they're lovely. I'm
Let
sure
me just ask you this. Which would you
rather?
rather go to? The Beatles are playing live, okay? Or do you want a cassette of a guy singing silently reading?
You know, whatever works.
Or a bunch of idiots singing, children singing
But
like
I understand, but wherever you go, you feel
Disney
it's wrong.
songs.
Like,
So which of the 3? Well, I want to hear the Beatles because they're playing live today, and that's
But
at
you're-
6 a.m. with any Sephardic
that
minyan.
means you're
You go to
alienated from
Israel,
everywhere,
the beautiful.
Barbara,
No.
you're alienated. You go into Temple
Oh,
A,
I
you
thought-
feel it doesn't have everything, and then you go to Temple B.
I know, but you think if I went to a Reform, I'd find what I want.
No, more conservative.
I did. I get, because I'm very famous. I go to the Beth Am luncheons. It's hilarious. You want to hear my comedy? Okay, so this is Beth Am conservative lunch.
You know the place?
It's the big conservative shul in
On
there.
La
They
Cienega
love
in
me. I'm
Olympic?
Barbara Mendes, the Jewish
The
artist.
south
So
of Olympic?
I went to the luncheon, the sisterhood luncheon of the year. You got to be. What does it cost to be a member in the sisterhood? I'm telling you, these women are rich. You wouldn't know they were Jewish. From the outfits, there wasn't one that you could say, well, this is a Jewish
Can I
gathering.
actually repeat? That's a good line. I can use that one. Okay, let's do the story again from the beginning.
Well, this is the Beth Am conservative luncheon, because Linda said I should go to conservative.
Temple
Like-
Beth Am.
Oh, no,
On La
I'm
Cienega.
gonna be in trouble that they're gonna,
Okay.
this is sort of, it was very kind that they invited me.
I don't know if I'll use it. Don't have to
Don't
use
use
it.
it, no, because a very kind
Oh,
lady
okay.
invited me.
Okay.
Okay, so it was
Okay.
really funny, because they just wearing outfits that are not, you would never know they were Jewish. And then like the whole thing is like, again, you know, food. So then they give a little talk, and then the rabbi goes, so now we're gonna have the rabbi talk, the religious part, right? So like the rabbinical intern gets up, like a woman, a girl, the rabbinical intern. She tells her personal story about when her brother and her was growing up. They had this interaction, and it went like this, and it went like this, and it went like that. And it sort of reminded her of the parsha of this week, which was, I don't remember what, but it, you know, the way so and so and so and so, and that was it. So that was the religion, and fine, we're done with that. And oh my God, the bread rituals they have, and well, you are probably one, so it's okay, but I don't know. I don't know them. They're not the rituals that Moses and Mount Sinai and the Gemara that we all do. The Netilat Yadayim, the Kiddush, there's certain
Yeah.
rituals that were established 5,000 years ago. It's called Judaism. And that's the way Moses did it, that's the way Jesus did it. That's the way we do it. That's the way it's done. It's said by Moses and Mount Sinai orally, and we have the instructions, and that's Judaism. That's how we do it.
But
It's a nice thing, and plus
they've
it's a
watered
club.
it
Why
down.
do I cover my hair? Good point. Because like, you know, I'm in the club. So if I'm in the airport and a big rabbi comes up, then I could talk to him. I just like the tribal. Don't you think that African people are really cool? Who wear like dashikis and like when I started painting Bob Marley
White
in the
people think they're
80s,
cool.
I started painting all these African women with these headdresses and all the African women they had to cover their hair. I thought, this is so awesome. But if I ever did that, I look like a fucking idiot. Because like I'm just a white girl from Rialto. But then later when I became, what the hell?
Look, it gives you.
I'm bold anyway. I'm 65 years old.
I find it hard for you that you go in, you feel like you have to fight with them all the time. That's the problem.
Well, I think the joke is on them, because look at how I put all so this Brian, this poor slob that's in the Minion, I find him in the market. Do you think I ever say a word there? Rabbi Benzikin's, I'm the opposite from over there. I'm so quiet. I don't say anything. It's behind the scenes. The reason I went there was I went to Rabbi Benzikin. In the morning, I wanted to ask him to sell my mural to the rich people. Find a rich guy in your shul
He
and
has
show him
plenty
the
of rich
Vayikra
guys in his
mural.
shul.
So I got a package like
Coffee
this, all
bean.
the Times articles. Hey, Sonny Sassoon, he knows me.
Yeah.
So there's
But
this guy.
he hasn't bought anything from you.
Oh, wait a minute. So this
When
guy,
this
Doran.
goes on, he'll
Let's
buy
back
something
up.
out of guilt.
No, Sonny. So Doran is this guy. Doran is the holiest man probably in LA. He's one of the 36 Lamed, and like my teacher, Dr. Verdugo. I don't know if you know Doran. He opens the shul. If you go in there, say 4:30 in the morning, I arrive early. He's doing those takkun, soap, whatever. He's like in his shul in the book room praying. I don't care what time you get there, but Doran is there in his shul praying deeply. But if it's like way before Shacharit, I say, well, I don't want to bother you. It's okay, we can talk. If I want to talk, and I have a man, that way a man in
You
a
do
Jewish
good
world
video?
that I can talk to. Get there 4:30, I'll talk to him. So anyway, the first time, so I tried to see Rabbi Benzikin to stop. Can I get an appointment to ask you, to meet with you, to tell him that? But he whizzed by me the first day, so now I'm back the second day. That day I caught him. And can I make an appointment with you? He says, come back 15 minutes before Mincha. So this is 3 prayer services that I attended in my effort to meet Rabbi Benzikin. By now I'm hooked. I love the Sephardic prayers. I just love them. So that's how I started going again every day. So I asked Rabbi Benzikin, I met with him, I gave him a package with everything about this mural, everything about it, the articles, the explanations, all the 10 parishes.
Did he read it?
No, I'm sure he never looked at it. Could you find somebody in your congregation maybe wants to, you should show them to. They're fucking billionaires. So then nothing, and like Doran, he's my friend, so I went to him one morning. And I gave him the same package, the mural, everything about it. No, I added more, Rabbi Angel's journal article, everything. Maybe you could give it to somebody. And it's funny because one Shabbat, this guy was running by, Doran had given to him, he was giving it to some rabbi, but he said no. In other words, they did nothing. But it's not just that they didn't know anybody or they couldn't buy it for $1 million or offer thereof. I don't think any of them read it. Certainly none of them bothered to be curious to come down and look at it. It was all there where to see it and everything, so no one ever looked at it, no one ever asked me. Well, really, I don't talk to them during the prayers and everything, because that's it, I'm very quiet, I go in, I go out. But nothing happened from that. But I ended up praying for 2 months, including Hanukkah. So in Hanukkah, we say Hallel you have no idea how. Picture this, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, the sun, it's dark, and there's 20 men in a room shouting to God at the top of their lungs in beautiful harmony. It's inspiring. And it inspired me to do the Noah picture. I was a strong person. I'll go back. I just stopped going for a while. But it makes you it's on another level. And I am allowed to be on that level with these men. So I go to the same place. I hike 2.5 miles every single Saturday to be with them. On Shabbat, they sing beautifully on Saturday. And the women, it's a whole other story. Like here I am, a fish out of water with these wealthy women. The women are the women who fuck these guys I pray with every day. And it's not the same dynamic of the people that pray together with the women, and I was uncomfortable, but I still went till recently. But it's pretty high. Don't say so till you go there. Like, did you take a stratospheric flight above the moon to where you're without gravity? I didn't, but the astronauts did, and they could tell you it's awesome. And that's all I'm telling you. These religious rites have a way to bring you to a place that other people may not know about. And I, as a woman, so you women are lazy and stupid. I don't have any children. Like, we're exempt from these obligations because of our obligations. My youngest child is 42 years old. I really don't have to do much for her in the morning. She's living on her own. In other words, I'm free, I'm single, I don't have anybody to bother. I just got up in the morning, got dressed, and went there and prayed these beautiful services. The only drawback being is that I'm not in the same place with them, and I don't have the same role, but I do get to call out these responses a couple of times. You know, are you familiar with the prayers? First of all, there's the blessings of the Shema. We're in the prayer, we talk about these blessings, and when the Hazan, the leader of the prayers, gets to these, the entire congregation hollers out loud, Kadosh, Kadosh, all three things that are in Hebrew there. Starting with Kadosh, Kadosh, and Baruch Kevod, Adonai, we make them on, and then etc.
All right.
And then we get to the Amidah. So then when you pray alone, which I am free, everybody, woman could do, Orthodox women like Adina, you pray at home alone with the Amidah. You pray a lot of prayers. When you pray silently at home, you don't do the repetition. When you pray with 10 men, with a minyan, you do the repetition, and a lot of stuff happens in the repetition that you miss out on. You miss out, first of all, the repetition, you see the Kedusha. Then you're all standing, and you say this holy, 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 and you go on tiptoe, you go, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. It's really high. And you all holler out the top of your lungs all those responses in the painting. And the men, we all holler them out. 6 in the morning, we're hollering out to God. I love it. Then you get the priestly blessings. And again, I'm so quiet. I'm sitting there, I pretend I don't see them. The sink is right there. They wash their hands. And then at this part of the prayers, we all stand up and we cover it like they have their telly. I put a book in front of my face. Now, nobody can see me. It's really awesome because you're standing up, no one can see your face. And then the priests get up there and they cover. I never seen them, I don't look. But they bless everybody in Hebrew. It is so awesome to get this priestly blessing every morning. It's just like, maybe you went to China, you went to Spain. I didn't, but you did. I'll never know what it's really like in Spain. But Baruch Hashem, you know. It's like that. So I go to these places, but they're free. I'm allowed to go there. 20 years ago, I met Rabbi Benzikin. I wrote him up in Rabbi Patri's magazine. God set it up that I'm free to go there. They know me. It's just, I like to go there.
All right, sweetheart, I got it. Take care.
And I'm sorry I'm so crazy, and I'm
You're
glad that
hyper.
you came.
You're Miss
Well,
Hyper.
I like cameras, so I'm just showing off for the camera, as you can tell.
Okay.
You know me.